We appreciate it. And
what is it? It's a whiskey?
It's a bourbon.
It's a bourbon?
Bourbon.
It's a bourbon. It's the I don't drink a lot, but I like things that are going to make me feel like I drink without having to consume a lot of it. And the bourbon pretty good with that, you know. And then that's a nice light kind.
This seems like a cigar situation.
I was going to ask.
This seems like a cigar smoker.
I'm a weed smoker.
Okay.
I'll going down the middle.
Okay. Reconstructed. Reconstructed.
Yeah. Cannabis is the word. That is the proper term.
You go in the spot. You go in the spot. They say the flower.
We still got brothers locked
up. You go in the spot. You go in the dispensary. They say the flower.
Yeah, for weed. Yeah.
Let them all out.
Cannabis, you don't get locked up.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't get locked up for cannabis. That weed shit, it's still brothers doing that time.
That's ridiculous. They need to let them all out. But they're expunging people's records that I'm seeing. They just really need to just do everybody. But the way they've developed the system, they're not trying to let everybody out. So if they do that, they're going to have to start doing all kinds of other shit they're not prepared for. Which is where these people are going to live, be housed, work, where they don't want them to because they... Y'all trying to get deep like that? You know how to
Listen. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know they clear us out so that they could be here comfortably. They didn't do this for us. We got way more trees than we ever had.
Definitely.
Way more dog parks, accommodations.
Yes.
We got more coffee shops and shit.
Yes. And you get to see it because
I get this because I'm everywhere.
Talk about
Every
it.
day
Talk about it.
TV. Yes, it's the preview. It's a preview of Brooklyn and the quality that exists here. It's actually about Black-owned businesses primarily. So by trade, I'm an event photographer, portraits and events, photography, video, producing all of that kind of stuff for the last 12 years. And over that time, I've met a lot of people, and it's a lot of my work that you guys are seeing the back end of. So I'll go to these galas because I'm booked to shoot it, and it's just like, oh, y'all are beautiful. So, but this needs to go in my reel, and people need to see what I've done and how I can do it. So my reels ultimately became Everyday BK TV because I just kept going places. And then I was just like, I want to shoot food because I'm tired of people. So let me get into that. And for me, I have a business background. So I know how relationships work when it comes to just dealing with people. So I was like, if I make videos, preview businesses, I'll build relationships with new people in the sphere that I want to work in. So that's what I did. I set out to create more relationships in the food industry in Brooklyn, and then wind up just making a bunch of videos and getting tired. And then COVID hit, and it was just like, all right, now you gotta kind of sit in the house with it. So I started cooking because again, it was food photography that I was interested in. And then 2 years later, I got tired of the lives, just like last year, at the end of last year, and I'm like chilling right now. Just working, deciding which of these elements are going to fulfill me the most. Because editing is time consuming and sitting down for hours is not fun. And I love it when it's over, but getting through it sometimes is like, I don't want to go through this if I don't have to, right? So let me just see what moves me, see what flows. And so far it's been a lot of headshots, event photography. It's just never left me. I can't get away from it. I can't not cook because I'm in the house.
Okay.
And I have kids, and everybody needs to eat. So
everybody needs to eat.
That's also it. It's like my kids are 16 and 20. I've been cooking all the time for 20 years. I'm chilling.
Right now.
I'm
chill time now. I mean, you said 16 and 20, they old enough to go get something.
But she been cooking longer than that.
Listen, that's the point. The point is for 20 years I've been attentive in servitude to people through this method. And it's just like, all right, cool. What will come to me? I'm going to chill and just let it be.
Yeah.
Why 237 not on there yet? Every day
Oh,
BK
listen.
TV. We gotta get that shit. I wonder why we ain't touched that yet, man. We just established that.
We on the live already, B. We on the live already.
We on the live already.
Talk about
We
it.
on the live already, B.
You
You know what I'm saying?
I seen that and I was like, yo, we need to be up there. We need to be up there. We need to be a part of that.
It's a lot of pressure. And then, not for nothing, it's hard to determine whether Instagram is more important or your website is more important. You're building your website, but you're using Instagram, and it's constant, and it's regular, and it's a habit. So I found myself starting to develop things for Instagram, and I'm like, this is insane. Instagram is an app. It could shut down any minute, and then what will happen to all of this work that I did? So I was like, all right, focus on you, focus on yourself, focus on your website. Anyway.
Yeah,
So thank you for checking me out. I really, really appreciate it. You can tell me a little bit about, you said you from Bed-Stuy, all of you.
Nah, we grew up in this house. You know what I mean? We grew up in this house. This will always be home as far as I'm concerned. When we were a little older, I want to say like in our 20s, our early 20s, a little young. I mean, I said we grew up in the house, but when we was in our 20s, we had the house to ourselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We had the entire house to ourselves. I wouldn't say wild parties, but fly ones. We had no wild parties now, but fly ones.
Definitely
We had some fly. We had some mean
Y'all
events
fly right
here.
now, just an FYI.
We had some
All
mean
I
events
know
here.
is, did you see those earrings?
Yeah. She took
Because
it
you know what I'm
back.
saying? Yeah,
She took it back, right?
You know, around the way, girl.
Listen, she took it back.
You know what I'm saying? Earring, bamboo, earrings, at least two things. Easy. You got to. Well, the stoop is actually very similar to what you do.
Yes.
So what we want to do is we want to highlight people that are doing things within our community. We want to talk to them. We want people to know that, you know what I'm saying, they paint such a horrible picture of Brooklyn, especially when we was growing up.
Well, they used to anyway,
Yeah,
but
that's why I
now
said when
they
we was
used
growing
to.
up. That's why I said when we was
But
growing
they just
up.
finding out what we already knew the entire time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It been dope.
Yeah, Brooklyn is dope.
It been dope. Bed-Stuy
been
been
dope.
dope. You know what I mean? Regardless of what they talk about this gentrification and all that, but this is what we do. We sit on the stoop, we chop it up. You know what I mean? So it's love. So we like to show love to people like yourself out here doing something and part of the community.
It is very, very similar.
Everyday BK, and that's fly. And I was on your page and all that, exploring your. Listen, I checked you out, yo. She got a lot of videos where she talking that talk like, yeah, I'm that nigga. And
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, they cool though.
Yeah,
they cool though. So
We
she got a lot of videos on her a lot of little clips where she like it's just like self empowerment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all about you and have that confidence in yourself. So that's dope. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I didn't want to wait until I had a network deal or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what it seemed like the goal was, to try to get on TV. And it's like, this is TV.
Yeah.
YouTube is TV. And if you're looking at what everybody got to do, everybody's got to promote what's on their channel.
Yeah.
You don't get to have a show and it should just be there.
Yeah.
They promote it. They have shows. They go on talk shows.
Yeah.
All of that. So it's like, okay, if you really want this, you just got to make it. You can't wait for somebody else to come to you.
You definitely can't wait.
A product of theirs and then have to do what they want you to do. And you don't want to do that. Yeah. You left your job because you didn't want to listen to people. So why would you go back to working for people?
Working for someone.
You know, that's how I am. And I'm willing to sacrifice what people think is like luxury for that freedom. Yeah. I'm not gonna go work 15,000 hours just for a 2-week vacation.
Go to slave.
Greedy gang.
Good, fellas.
What's up?
What up?
Man, beautiful day in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
Isn't it though? Too bad you from Williamsburg.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Hey, hold on, talk about you in a whole other borough. You talk. Yeah, see, I almost
Too bad you from Williamsburg.
Nah, I will never play Williamsburg.
Okay, what your hair look like?
I will never play Williamsburg. That's courtesy of Nod too. See the shape, right? You know what I mean?
Nah. Speaking of Brooklyn, what part of Brooklyn you from?
Here's
Here
my
we go.
story.
Here we go.
Okay.
What part of
So,
Brooklyn you from?
I was raised in Bed-Stuy on Quincy and Bedford.
Oh, okay.
I lived there until I was about 16. Then I went to Prospect Heights. I was over there for a little while. Crown Heights for a little while. Brooklyn Heights for a little while. I've been
shaking them around.
everywhere except Brooklyn Archie, Coney Island.
Listen, that's why she wanted to pull up on the stoop. She from the star, baby. That's why. Look, and we got a fellow.
I don't have a stoop.
We got a fellow Quincy.
You ain't got a
We got a fellow Quincy. He from Quincy, the homie. The fan from Quincy too. So he was listening. Once you say Quincy,
Go ahead
once you
with
say
that
Quincy, his whole face lit up.
You know, you said you moved here when you were 6.
Yeah.
Where would you?
California.
In California.
Yes.
California, yay.
Yeah. So Cali York Photography was my company name. It's the company name. I can say was. That's what's registered on the book. Because I have like a legitimate business. Calio Photography, portraits and events, and now food photography.
Do you frequent California? Do you frequent?
Not frequent enough. I may be going soon because my auntie passed, so we
sorry
had to lay
to
her
hear.
to rest.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much. She meant a lot to me, but I also understand how life works. I don't feel like I won't see her again. Like I already feel like she's coming to visit me. Just a really quick story. My cousin is having a baby, and his baby's mom, or I'm not sure if they're married or not, his wife, which is called his wife, she came to visit me, like just randomly. Like her and her sister came from California, and they were like, "Oh, we gotta see you," and she's pregnant with my auntie's grandbaby, right? And so it came to me. I was just like, I hope my auntie don't go because this baby is coming, because that's how I think generations go and spirit goes. It just goes from one body to the next. And then, you know, when she got home, like a week later, maybe 2, she passed away. And then it was a random thing. It was sudden. She didn't suffer. She wasn't in the hospital long. None of that. She just had like a headache and then went to sleep. And that was the end of that. And she was an active person, so it shocked everybody. But I already knew she was back. Like, you know, she was already, she came to visit me already. She's never been to New York. She wanted to come to New York. She said she would visit me all the time and never came. It was every single conversation we had. I know I never came to see you, but I know I'm coming.
Yeah.
And here she comes through, this woman and her baby.
Yes. That
The whole weekend
grandbaby.
with me.
Yeah.
Luxuriously lovely weekend. We had people cooking for us. We went to shows. We went to basketball games. It was fun. It was fun. It would have been a very better experience than I could have given her had she come her own 72-year-old.
So you did a lot of Brooklyn stuff with them. You
We
showed
did.
them
I went to the
Brooklyn.
Barclays. Well, we went to the Barclays Center twice. And
Did they win though? Did they win?
No, they lost. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks that night.
Oh wow. You a
That was
basketball
actually
fan?
I used to be. Because
You used to be?
I used to be a videographer for my high school basketball team. So
Okay.
I knew basketball.
Okay.
And I appreciated basketball. But after Patrick Ewing,
Oh shit.
you remember that?
First
That
of
jump
all,
shot? You already know.
Be easy.
You sure
Already
Be easy.
You sure know how to do this.
I was like, who doesn't
Listen.
dunk when they have the ball?
Be easy talking
He
about
rolls
the
up
Knicks. Be easy
Boom.
talking about the
That was
Knicks. I
just
don't
for
want
me
you
and
to upset the
Francis. I was like,
nasty
I'm done.
boy,
I
all
don't
right?
care. I don't care.
Look.
Support these bums no more.
You see how he
can't.
whispering that, right? He's not saying that
He
exactly.
said, edit that bump
You
spot
see how
out.
he whispering that right now. He don't mean it.
That was a rough one.
That was kind of rough. She took it
know
back.
that, right?
That's a long time. You
You
talking
can't
about
forget it. You can't forget it. That's why you.
It was hard to break
It's
it.
something that you can't forget.
Yeah, that one was rough.
We didn't get. We were the closest I think we ever
Look
been.
at her. She over there and she got her hand up like she finger rolling it too.
Do you recall though? This is how it was. It was just like, what do you? Hey, it's Eurila Cave, Everyday BK TV. I am on the stoop. Catch me on the stoop. 237. No place like home. Did I do that right?